Hi and welcome to the Q&A series. I thought I will make the second video also replying to your guys' questions from YouTube. So today I thought I would address a question that actually comes around quite often, sometimes in my DMs, sometimes in the comment section. And the question is, did you find it hard to learn Hungarian? And that's just the first part of the question from the comment. The second part is, how is student life as an international student for you? So I will address them one by one. So for the first question, whether I found it hard to learn Hungarian, I would say initially it took me as a bit of a surprise, and I actually started preparing for studying for Hungarian way before I even arrived in Hungary. As soon as I got my admissions letter, I made it like my mission to start studying for it. Obviously, there are some other questions that arise with this question together. It's like, oh, how can you work in Hungary? Like after graduation, can you? And questions like, do I need to learn Hungarian to speak to the patients? Which I feel like that should be kind of pretty intuitive. So majority of population, scratch that. Everybody here, Hungarians living here, they all speak Hungarian. They are not obliged to speak English with you. Some of them do, primarily the younger generation, but everybody speaks Hungarian. It's the national language of Hungary. Everybody here speaks Hungarian. So when you're arriving here and you come in with this expectation that people should speak English, it is not necessarily true. In my opinion, there's quite a lot of people who speak English. Maybe not everywhere, but in the healthcare setting, I think almost every doctor speaks English, with a few exceptions, maybe, just individual variations. So overall, as far as learning Hungarian goes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say it's an easy language. It's definitely not. It ranks one of the hardest languages to learn, also because it's so unique and it doesn't really fall under a particular family of languages. So no, it's not easy. It's a difficult language. If you speak Slavic languages, so for example, Russian, maybe it's just me, maybe it's my personal opinion, but I find it easier. There are a few correlations with Turkic languages, which also might help, but otherwise, Hungarian is its own language in its own family. It exists on its own, it survives on its own, and thrives on its own. So speaking any language, honestly, is not going to help you that much. At the end of the day, I think it's your attitude. So technically speaking, factually speaking, you don't have to learn Hungarian. So our studies are fully in English. You are supposed to take 4 semesters of Hungarian courses, which are going to give you the basics of Hungarian for medical purposes primarily. That will make your life easier in the medical setting. So for summer practices, nursing practice, internal medicine, and then further on in 4th, 5th, and 6th year. I think if you want to learn more, if you do not want to feel awkward around patients, because we are future medical professionals, we are going to be around patients all the time. And instead of waiting for somebody to translate things for you, and then again, how much can one translate? Unless it's like a personal interpreter, they're not going to translate that much. And because of this, if you want your experience to be full, if you want to truly learn, if you just want to take a step forward and do better, I think do learn Hungarian. I strongly encourage everyone to learn it. I'm learning it right now, and I feel like I will learn it for the rest of my life, but I like it, I just finished my internal medicine summer practice, and I enjoyed it much more than I did, for example, my nursing practice 2 years before that, because I speak so much more Hungarian, I understand so much more Hungarian, so I can connect with my patients and understand them. And again, this helps with diagnosis, this helps with understanding the patient documents that you can read properly without assistance from Google Translate or ChatGPT. So again, is it hard? Yes. Is it worth it? I think, yeah. And at the end of the day, I also feel like it's part of respect to the country where you live, that you don't just assume that people should bend backwards and adapt to you, but you adapt to the culture where you live in. And I think spending 6 years in another country, I think the least you can do is at least get an A1 or A2 in the language. And it's also going to benefit you at the end of the day. imagine you ever wanted some secret language to speak to somebody, something that nobody speaks. And I think Hungarian is a pretty good bet. I always laugh about this because I think it's such a fun language to converse somewhere outside of Hungary, because most likely nobody's gonna know. And to address the second question, student life as an international student. So we have a very big population of international students at Semmelweis University. And this is not just for Faculty of Medicine, this includes Faculty of Pharmacy, Dentistry, Faculty of Health Sciences, and we have students who are separated by different language programs. So we have Hungarian programs, English program, and German program. And even within the German program and even within an English program, you find people from all over the world. We have students from pretty much everywhere I can think of, countries in Europe, countries outside of Europe, countries in Middle East and Africa and South America and North America. And you just think about it. And we have students from almost everywhere in the world. It's very international. And I feel like it's such a beautiful mix of all of us. As you know, I am from Uzbekistan, but I also am pretty international myself due to my family history. And I can definitely say that I was very happy to see this multicultural, multinational student body altogether. As far as student life goes as an international student, I would say there's definitely some things to do always. We have student organizations, such as, for example, HÖK, which I am part of. It's an official student union of not only Semmelweis University, but actually all Hungarian universities. It's like an official student governance, and we're there to represent students, we're there to help students, we're there to host different events. There are also other clubs and other student organizations at Semmelweis, and there's always different Erasmus projects going around, just not even in our university, but also in the city altogether. So I think there's always something to do. There's parties, there's different events. We have multicultural fair. We have events such as freshman camp. So you can think about it and you'll find something, you'll always find people. We have language club where people come in and they just have fun and they exchange languages, which I think is amazing. And we have sports clubs where you can also connect with other students. And we had book club. I don't know if it's still alive. I should check on that one. And a lot of different sport clubs. So I think student life wise, I think you'll be busy enough studying, but at the same time, I think social life in Hungary, in Budapest, in Semmelweis in particular, I think you will find something to do. And I think it will be fun. I think it'll be fun. It will be difficult. It will be hard at times, but you will find things to do for sure.